From making tools and helping humans to always sleeping with one eye open, here are 18 mind-blowing facts about dolphins. Number 18. The biggest dolphins are whales. That may not sound right, but it's accurate. Killer whales are the largest member of the oceanic dolphin family, and it's not even close. Also known as orcas, males can measure 26 feet long, that's 8 meters, and weigh more than 13,000 pounds, or 6 metric tons. They're also one of the fastest marine mammals, with top speeds clocked at 35 miles per hour, or 56 kilometers per hour. You might know that dolphins have larger brains than humans, but this species has a brain that weighs upwards of 15 pounds or 7 kilograms. After the sperm whale, this beast has the largest brain in the entire animal kingdom. Number 17. Diminutive dolphins. So we go from the largest to the smallest. Hector's dolphin is the smallest dolphin species that's found globally. At about 4.5 feet long, 1.4 meters, and weighing 130 pounds or 60 kilograms, it's one of the smallest cetaceans overall and is endemic to New Zealand. A subspecies known as Maui dolphin has the same basic proportions and are differentiated by their distinctive markings and shorter snouts. Another distinction is that the Maui dolphin is critically endangered, with less than 65 individuals estimated to exist. Factors including commercial fishing and habitat destruction have contributed to their decline. Number 16. Dolphins don't chew. Maybe they want to chew their food, but they can't. While dolphins have teeth, they're only used for grasping and holding onto prey. Some researchers say that the behavior is due to the animal's need to eat fish before they can swim away. It can more easily do that by gulping down its food instead of taking the time to chew it. Those precious extra seconds might allow their meal to escape. Number 15. Hippos are their relatives. Cetaceans and hippopotamuses share a common semi-aquatic ancestor that dates back around 60 million years. That common ancestor branched off some 40 million years ago and spawned the ancestors of dolphins and hippos. Today, the hippos are the closest living relatives of cetaceans. Number 14. They're voluntary breathers. Unlike land-based animals like humans, dolphins have to think about breathing. So far as researchers can tell, it doesn't appear to be an autonomous function. They sleep at the water's surface with their blowhole exposed. As a result, the animals are thought to spend most of their lives holding their breaths while underwater. Number 13. Do dolphins dream? There's still some debate about this one. Due to the way they sleep, dolphins experience little in the way of rapid eye movement, REM, the phase in which dreams occur. It's theorized that dolphin dreams might resemble a type of augmented reality, as opposed to human dreams, which are more immersive. Some researchers think dolphin dreams would be exceptionally lucid, since the real world is never completely shut out. What do you think dolphins would dream about? Number 12. In Olden Times. The unique relationship between humans and dolphins has been documented since antiquity. The animals were revered by the ancient Greeks, who regarded them as sacred animals. In Greek myths, they were viewed as helpers of humankind, and spotting them in the open seas was considered a good omen. Killing one was viewed as an act of sacrilege and was punished by death. The ancient Romans also held dolphins in high esteem. Like the Greeks, they felt that the animals loved music. Unlike the Greeks, the Romans sometimes depicted the cetaceans as scary and dangerous beasts. Number 11. Flippers. Some species like spinner dolphins display some real acrobatic ability by leaping some 20 feet or 6 meters into the air. While leaping, it can spin more than 5 times before landing back in the water. Bottlenose dolphins are also known to exhibit similar behaviors. Experts theorize that the animals will flip or breach out of the water for several reasons. It could be to clean parasites off their bodies, or to get a better view of things. Or maybe they just do it for the fun of it. Number 10. Their brains are bigger. Did you know that dolphins have bigger brains than humans? Their brain weighs about 3.5 pounds, 1.6 kilograms, while ours weighs about 2.9 pounds, 1.3 kilograms. That doesn't necessarily make them smarter than humans, although some might argue that point. But some dolphin species do possess more than twice the neurons than we do in the neocortex. That's the largest and most recently evolved region of the brain. Estimates indicate that dolphins have more than 37 billion neurons, while humans have about 16 billion. Their brain power is thought to account for qualities including empathy and building complex social relationships. Number 9. Naming names. While there's still a debate as to whether dolphins have an actual language, it is evident that they have names for one another. Within pods, the animals possess a signature whistle which functions as a name. The vocalization is unique to a specific individual and serves to identify them. Since dolphins are highly social, maybe it's unsurprising that they've evolved a way to communicate and coordinate with each other in such a manner. That opens the question as to whether they really do have a language that we are yet to translate. Do you think they speak in a type of Dolphinese? Number 8. Partners. Working relationships between humans and dolphins have been recorded since the time of ancient Rome. They were known to give rides to the ancient Greeks, and even today, they're known to help humans catch fish. In Brazil, dolphins will drive schools of fish to fishermen waiting on the shore. They'll even give the signal for when they should cast their nets. In return, the dolphins are paid with whatever fish manage to escape the nets. Dolphins have also been literal lifesavers for humans. Cases are documented where the cetaceans have protected humans from sharks or even towed stranded swimmers to shore. Number 7. Superior sonar. Dolphins are renowned for their use of echolocation or sonar. But did you know it's said to be superior to bat sonar or sonar that is made for humans? They can issue clicks for sonar while simultaneously producing vocalizations for communication. It would be like a human holding two separate conversations in two different voices at the same time. But while their sonar can detect an object's size and shape, it doesn't seem to be able to detect fishing nets. As a result, millions of dolphins have drowned after becoming entangled. Number 6. Melon Heads. Maybe you've noticed that many dolphins have an area of their head that has a pronounced bulge. That's caused by an organ called the melon, which is possessed by all toothed whales and is filled with wax and liquid fat. It functions as a sound lens to focus and modulate the dolphin's clicks into a narrow sound beam. While its precise purpose is still unknown, it plays a major role in communication and echolocation. Number 5. Military dolphins. Given their high IQs, maybe it's not surprising to learn that dolphins have been drafted for military duties. Several countries have trained them to locate underwater mines with echolocation or to locate and help rescue stranded swimmers. There have been unsubstantiated rumors that the animals have been trained for more lethal purposes. In addition to seeking mines, they may have allegedly been trained to lay them as well. Other stories involve dolphins being trained to seek out and destroy enemy submarines in kamikaze-style attacks. The US Navy Marine Mammal Program is known to train dolphins and sea lions for purposes of harbor and ship protection. The Soviet Navy had its own marine mammal program, which was thought to have been closed in the early 1990s. In 2000, there were reports that dolphins trained to kill had been sold to other nations. For its part, the US Navy denies that their animals have ever been trained to harm humans or to carry weapons. Number 4. Swimming with sharks. For the most part, dolphins have few marine predators, but some smaller species can be threatened by sharks, including the great white, tiger, and bull sharks. Marine biologists have noted that when the cetaceans are attacked by sharks, they can quickly recover from the injury. Extreme damage is rapidly fixed, and even the deepest wounds don't cause excessive hemorrhaging. As gaping wounds are repaired, the animal's body structure is restored and infection is rare. For now, it's still unknown exactly how this healing mechanism works. But other methods of overcoming shark attacks include dolphins using sophisticated combat moves and teaming up to repel sharks. Number 3. Sleepless cetaceans. Since we mentioned earlier that dolphins cannot breathe involuntarily, that brings up an interesting question. How can they sleep without drowning? As it turns out, they do so with one eye open, literally. They can stay awake for weeks on end through a process identified as unihemispheric sleep. It basically means that one half of their brain is resting while the other half stays active. When the right side of the brain is awake, the right eye is alert and open, and vice versa. The two hemispheres switch back and forth to ensure the brain is fully rested. It ensures that the dolphin surfaces for air and stays aware of predators. Overall, the process takes about 2 hours for each side, or 4 hours total. As an added precaution, the dolphins rarely sleep without others nearby. Research has shown that dolphins can stay awake for weeks on end. Number 2. They can make tools. Experts say that dolphin tool use displays behavior that is remarkably similar to humans. Researchers noted that bottlenose dolphins in Western Australia's Shark Bay used sponges as a way of protecting their rostrum, or beak, or nose, as they foraged for food on the sandy sea bottom. It was apparently a way to protect themselves from sharp objects like shells or rocks. The practice is employed mostly by females, who also teach the technique to their young. That technique is said to actually alter the dolphin's genetic structure in the wild. The practice is an example of cultural hitchhiking, a phenomenon most often identified with humans. It's theorized that a single dolphin may have discovered the technique nearly 200 years ago, and the hunting tactic was passed down along succeeding generations. Number 1. They evolved from land animals. Did you know that dolphins evolved from land-based animals? What's more, those distant ancestors resembled wolves. They were herbivorous creatures with strong jaws, long skulls, and hoof-like toes on their feet. Experts say that around 50 million years ago, those animals eventually returned to the oceans and developed evolutionary adaptations. That includes their legs evolving into flippers and their nostrils being relocated to the tops of their heads to become blowholes. Traces of those ancestors still exist in dolphins today, with the remnants of finger bones in their flippers. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button and click the bell for notifications for our next exciting episode right here on Epic Wildlife.